Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Sock versus Michael. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Michael has spawned as, or Mikkel. I'm sorry, Mikkel. Warcraft 3 is fun but so hard to play. Well, exactly. Like I know what I have to do but can't execute it properly. It's frustrating. You know what? And that's true about any sport, any skill-based game. Is exactly what you want. There is the strategy, and then there's the level of execution, and that's one of the reasons why I prefer StarCraft Brood War over StarCraft 2, because um, execution almost became a little bit too easy in StarCraft 2. I never really played. I got to master level in StarCraft 2, and that's funny. When the people go, like, oh, do you play StarCraft 2? I'm like, yeah, I played StarCraft 2. I'm not very good though, right? And they're like, oh yeah, like I'm pretty good. I got to mid-level plat, and I'm like, oh, and then I just have to stay quiet. Like, yeah, I'm mid-level masters, and I did not consider myself good, just because like the depth and just how as you get better, you see like what the upper echelon of StarCraft 2 players would be. And then, well, yeah, same thing with now going back to Warcraft 3 and Brood War. Well, you may know the strategy, you may know the breakdown, but because of the limited controls and basically AI, not the computer not taking a lot of the commands from you or making it easier on you, it just turned into these giant death ball battles, as opposed to the small skirmishes that you often saw in Warcraft 3 and StarCraft Brood War. Those early 2-on-2 Zealot plays in PvP, 4 Zerglings going up against 1 Zealot, and proper micro versus not, and maybe 1 Zergling would die, and the other 3 would be able to regenerate more hit points. Like plays like that really made a very big difference. Brood War had much higher skill ceiling, exactly 15 games per day at least. Brood War maps is always filled with units, unlike SC2. Well, no, what do you mean filled with units? Yeah, Brood War maps. You always constantly had to scout. You had to figure things out. Map choke points, narrow walkways, things like that. Like a single zealot getting inside your base, inside a base could actually be very, very scary. I loved execution in Brood War and in Warcraft 3. Yeah, and execution just as important. It felt like StarCraft 2, a macro was really important. There was this concentration and focus on who could get to level 3 or not, or get to 200 supply first without suffering from any of the harassment tactics, as opposed to like in Brood War, if you like delayed your siege tank in PvT or TVP, and then that dragoon was able to break down your front wall, all of a sudden, you'd have a swarm of zealots inside your base, and you just like, no, Marines are horrible. Marines are just dying at the hands. The medics aren't doing enough, and well, until you figured out, oh wait, I needed to repair, bring SCVs over, use the extended range on your siege tank compared to the dragoon until dragoon range upgrade was completed, and all of those really, really minute important plays. Off to the north here, expansion attempt, well, gonna possibly get shut down. Crypt Lord bringing over a lot of damage. Footmen are here as well, and trying to trap that Crypt Lord into the back. Staff of teleportation used very aggressive here, as now more militia are being brought on over. Mikkel making its way over here. We're looking at a couple of low hit point ghouls. Ghoul trying to get away. Archmage may be able to run on over. One more shot may be needed. No. Higher end there, as the Archmage now bringing in the fireballs and the range to finish off some of those units. Beetle's about to finish off or attempt to take down this scout tower here. We are going to be getting some repairs as well. Beetle's not going to be able to finish the job either, as the water elemental looking to push back all of those units. All right, unarmored building there. Scout tower now upgraded into an arcane tower. We'll be able to get some of that bonus summoning damage as the Crypt Lord with Cloak of Shadows able to hide next to that Fountain of Health and regenerate some of those precious hit points. Archmage gonna finish off a tunneler here. Kobold Geomancer gonna get finished off. We're looking at thank you. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mansfield. Yeah, follows definitely help. Thank you very much. We're looking at the Crippler now coming back through Arcane Tower, pushing back in feedback damage onto some of those beetles in the back here as more beetles are coming out of the ground as the Crippler is looking to just try and put pressure, but this isn't going to get very far, and the Archmage of Sock actually gaining experience off of these beetles, having a commanding experience advantage. So that's a sub. Yep. Yeah, thank you right there. So, thank you for the support. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, thank you for the support. Coming back down to the south here, Necropolis, Crypt, Nerubian Tower, Ziggurat, all set up down here. And somehow, Mikkel has been able to easily set up this expansion and not been pressured by any militia or footmen as of yet. We are just now taking the tier 2, and if all Mikkel is trying to do is buy time for his own expansion to build his own build his army his own way, he's doing a great job. The downside, though, is that the Archmage now, is already at level 4, and we see him clearing out creeps on his opponent's end of the map. 42 supply compared to 31. Tome of Intelligence going to get picked up once more. Potion of Greater Mana, a great follow-up item as well. Water Elemental going to get denied as it was low on hit points, as the Archmage may be dropping some more Water Elementals inside this base and causing more problems indeed. All right, where is that Crypt Lord? I don't see it anywhere. Crypt Lord is back across here. Meanwhile, Archmage looking to clear out some more creep camps, going to pick up Claws of Attack +5, turning back around, getting damage onto that Crypt Lord once again, and really doing a great job shutting down his opponent's attempts at trying to, at his second hero. I think Mikkel is just going to have a difficult problem with that Death Knight when it finally comes out to try and even get to level 2, which will slow it down even further. No level 2 on the Death Knight means no Unholy Aura. No Unholy Aura behind this is, going to turn into, the Undead constantly being out of position. All right, Footman, gonna go ahead and retreat away. One low hit point Footman trying to rally up with the rest of the groups. Is he going to be able to back away? Looks like he will be able to do that. However, suffering quite a bit of damage first. Goblin Zeppelin looking to do another quick drop in here. Once more Archmage. There it is. Going to perhaps drop a Water Elemental. No, not dropping a Water Elemental. Looking to finish off that Acolyte the old-fashioned way. But the Acolyte, while on Blight, regenerating enough hit points to stay alive a little while longer. All right, just going to go ahead and try and take down that Acolyte there. It does get taken out. New Acolyte will be trained up. But, Mikkel was already on top of it. Supply 47 compared to 45. However, Sock is sitting in a little bit of a lumber issue. Goblin Shredder should greatly make up for that difference here in just a second. Lumber Mill also placed down. We are going into an Arcane Sanctum, getting up dual Arcane Sanctums, and also upgrading the castle while training up a Mountain King. That's where all of Sock's lumber went. Archmage looking to back up here. Is the Mountain King popping out in time? No, it is not. Archmage will be getting all of that experience. Another Tome of Intelligence +2 going to be dropped here. Archmage could benefit, or is it going to try and staff a teleportation back down? Benefit from that Tome of Intelligence +2. Even more damage indeed. And Tomes of Intelligence on an Archmage, unless you are very observant and know how much intelligence an Archmage should normally have, you may not actually respect the damage on that Archmage. You only see that green +5 and think, oh, that Archmage doesn't have that much bonus damage. But when you realize, I believe there's been, 4 or 5 bits of extra agility or intelligence on that Archmage, making that Archmage damage much more respectable, especially at level 5 here, getting up to 47 base damage. Or excuse me, 41 41 base damage with those claws of attack +5. All right, Death Knight now looking to clear out the creep camps from his opponent's side of map. That's exactly what he needed to do. There's another Tome of Intelligence right there. Mountain King is going to be able to Stormbolt. Yes, finding a Crypt Fiend to try and Stormbolt. Mountain King already making its way ahead as the Death Knight, well, perhaps going to try and get a Death Coil. Is going to be in time. It is going to be in time, but the remaining units, there's that follow-up Stormbolt as well. And, well, there's the Impale, but not catching many of those other footmen. All right, Death Knight does get to level 2. Unholy Aura for that faster movement speed. Going to perhaps try and get a surround there. There's some burrowed Crypt Fiends as well. Are we going to perhaps looking for more Stormbolt or Potion of Dust of Appearance right there? There's the Dust of Appearance. And what's going to go down here? Did he actually use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as well? I believe he did so, as the Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble. There goes an Impale. One footman gets taken down after being dropped onto the ground. There's a Scroll of the Beast, and more damage getting added in. Mikhail doing a great job here. Scroll of Healing being used once again. Mountain King trying to finish off some of those Crypt Fiends, as the Crypt Fiends do have some big bonus damage because of that Scroll of the Beast. Turning back around again. Double Water Elementals. Priest trying to do a little bit of healing, as we're looking at a Dust of Appearance to finish off another Crypt Fiend off to the north. Off to the north here, one Beetle, Tome of Intelligence being left behind here. Mountain King using a Potion of Replenishment to get back more mana again, as the units are walking back off to the north here. One Beetle left behind here. There's that Tome. There should be a Tome of Intelligence. Yep, still lying in wait, waiting to be read. Sock sitting on 1,600 gold and still in no upkeep. Meanwhile, Mikhail sitting on a 62 or a slight supply advantage, but that he is sitting on a smaller cache of gold, and it looks as though Sock is just gonna find the right time to train up a lot of units and make up that difference here. All right, in comes some damage. There is some more remaining units here, as the Mountain King does get to level 2. Death Knight trying to do a little bit of chase, and we do have Endurance Aura coming across. 7% movement speed, which is actually the same as the... Is it the same as the Death Knight? No, it isn't. It might be, not quite the same, as we're looking at the engagement still getting around here. Staff of Teleportation, Archmage shows back up out onto the battlefield. Obsidian Statue shows up here as well. Lich now out on the battlefield as well. Forest Troll, High Priest going to get taken down. Sundering Blades making great use right there. Perhaps now needing to go after some of these other units. Staff of Sanctuary saving that unit, as the Death Knight doesn't have level 2 Death Coils yet. All right, Crypt Fiend about to get taken down. Lich is going to be a Death Coil in time. One more shot. Knight does get taken down, so trading a Knight for a Crypt Fiend, as the Lich's Frost Nova, really adds up a bit of damage. That Water Elemental could have turned back around, tried to attack a little bit more. Sock going to end up losing this Water Elemental here. No, he is not. They break the chase. 52 supply compared to 61. Knights are waiting to be trained on up. Here we are, double flying machines as well, and we are also going into more Priest and also getting up Inner Fire. Meanwhile, flying machines perhaps going to try and head off to the Fountains of Health in the corner, take down these red drakes, take down some of these units. Flying machines normally very good at dealing damage to air units, but the red drake is one of the few air units that doesn't have light armor. Without light armor, the piercing damage doesn't deal that bonus damage at all, as the red drake now looking to back away here. Inner Fire Sobi Mask picked up by that Mountain King. Back on the other side of the map, Lich has picked up Boots of Quoth Loss for a slightly faster attack speed, Orb of Corruption, and Claws of Attack +9 for +14 damage. Lich sitting at, or Death Knight sitting at level 3, Crypt Lord sitting at level 4. Mountain King wants to get to level 3 here, is going to be able to do that. Paladin not going to be able to do that. Mountain King just gets enough experience. Level 2 Stormbolt, or no, level 2 Thunderclap now on the table. 72 supply compared to 72. Undead now looking to jump on into the fight here. Sock going to lose his guard tower. No masonry upgrades at all, as the beetles are going to work and infesting this town. We see an expansion attempt, or at least a scout tower attempt inside the middle of the map here. That's easily going to get scouted out, as Knights are trying to go after some of these units. Mountain King, finds an Obsidian Statue, going to take that down. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. Mountain King now trying to get up in front of all of these units. Could follow it up with a big Thunderclap, takes down another unit, and this is just a big deal indeed. Impale picking up a lot of those units. Knights in the back here, more damage adding up. Mountain King trying to fight its way through, trying to perhaps take down some of these Crypt Fiends, and Sundering Blades already being available is a big deal here, just in terms of, well, research time. At Mountain King trying to make its way back over. There goes another Crypt Queen again, as the Mountain King now making its, well, trying to push back into position. Death Knight, there goes another Impale. Staff of Sanctuary saving, I believe, another Knight there, as the Paladin needs to save up that Mountain King. Mountain King has just been diving on into that front line position over and over again. Very, very dangerous. Another Icy Blast, nearly taking down that Mountain King once more. Paladin sitting at level 2, almost at level 3, and there is the GG. Sock able to just, well, wear out Mikhail in those battles over and over again, taking out his opponent's creep camps, and also just getting to level 5, and I'm on his Archmage first. That hero level advantage was really profound early on. And, well, that battle where Mikhail was just trying to retreat back, but the Mountain King able to pick off units, Stormbolt, Thunderclaps, slowly eating through those Crypt Fiends. And the Lich, I don't know if we really saw that. I think we finally did see level 2 on the Lich, but Frost Armor didn't make a big enough play to try and slow down those Knights at all. It didn't feel like the Undead was able to really catch the momentum that Undead needs to catch, and normally in this matchup, around that spike to tiers, or that damage spike, and that power spike that normally comes along with tier 3. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for another.